So I can go live on StreamYard, but I can't go live on YouTube. This shit's like whack ass shit. I've tried to go live on YouTube several times and it just won't work. I just don't get it. I really do not get it. It's so annoying. So freaking annoying. It works. Works now. Absolutely fucking weird. Just don't get it. I swear the retrograde is in full effect. It's pre-retrograde and everybody's pre-dumb, pre-stupid, and so is like all this shit. It's fucking just whack ass shit over and over and over. Oh, good lord. Hey Ann, how you doing, sweetheart? How you been? Stay away from people, okay? People are just weird, whack. People just like. I'm doing great. Actually, I'm doing good. It's just I tried to go live on YouTube and it won't let me. So I had to go through StreamYard, which is a program associated with, that you can go like. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I can like it first it was my camera. Now it's like going live. It don't make no sense. Like, so I don't know if anybody's gonna get my notifications or what. I don't know. Because this shit's like whack. One day it works, one day it doesn't. I don't get it. One day it's my camera, the next day it's just spinning around talking about can't go live. I don't get it. I just don't understand like what the fuck is going on. Yeah, people are losing their damn minds. That's why I'm staying away from everybody, man. People aggravate the living fucking shit out of me sometimes, and like I'm not the guy to be aggravated because I'll get rid of you quick. I don't need nobody like that. I've already made myself perfectly clear in this world. You fucking irritate me, and I'm not dealing with you. I'm not and going to absorb any stupid ass energy. That ain't happening. And my life has been perfectly fine without keeping people away from me all the time. Get a life. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get how hard it is to like for people to understand shit and like leave people alone and just like do what you need to do and like go about your business. I don't get it. And then there's all this technology shit. YouTube's been acting crazy. It won't let me go live, so I have to come over to StreamYard. Then I have two tabs open, one for YouTube and one for this thing. So it's like, what the hell, man? So I don't know what more I have to do. So annoying. Your aunt's in her feelings because I caught. Well, hey, that's her problem. She shouldn't have acted up. A lot of people are gonna be in their feelings. 'Cause I cut a few people off yesterday. I'm had enough. I'm not dealing with people's stupidity no more. People that aggravate me over the last 5 years I've been on here asking me stupid fucking questions and acting fucking crazy and you know like trying to you know make me mad and shit and like aggravate me. That shit ain't happening no more. I already told everybody. Don't aggravate me. I'll give you a chance, but don't aggravate me. You aggravate me and you be talking to yourself. Yeah, exactly. I'm not into that either, nor will I ever be. I'm a happy guy. I like talking a lot of shit and having fun. I like to joke around, but there's a limit to my there's a limit for my energy to be dealt with by other people. So you want to act up, I'm not dealing with you. You want to lie to me, then go to hell. Like, I'm sick and tired of people lying, acting crazy, trying to take advantage of me and shit. Like, I think a lot of people don't really realize what it takes to be on here, you know? And like, I do my best to help everybody. And there's some people who like don't get it. And there's some people that think I'm God on here and I can answer anything and do anything for them. That don't work that way. You ain't none of my fucking company. If you in my immediate family, you're just a person I know on the internet. But if I talk to you off the internet in a different place and we're cool, then we're cool. But as soon as you cross me or disrespect me, that's it. I'm cutting you the fuck off. That's how I am. I don't keep people in my energy that disrespect me. I'm not one of those people that's gonna like let you disrespect me over and over and over, and you think that I need your money, you think I need your company, you think I need your business, or you think I need you as my client. I don't need no fucking buddy. That's how I live my life. I'm very independent. I only need God in my life and my immediate family and my true friends. Everybody else is irrelevant. You ain't gonna aggravate me. That ain't fucking happening. And I didn't wake up with violence either. I woke up with nobody irritating me no more. Yeah, there is no reason for it, but people continue to do it. Like, I don't get how people go and talk to somebody or deal with somebody, and then you know you're gonna aggravate that person, or you're not doing what this person's telling you to do, and like you're overstepping your boundaries with this person constantly, and you still do it, like, and then you wonder why you get the result you get. Like, are you that dumb? You know? I'm at the age right now where I'm not putting up with little kids and little fucking immature adults like that. That I'm not dealing with that no more. When I come on here, I like to be. I don't want to talk about negativity, and I don't want to like talk about people. But if I do, it's like, I'm joking around, or I'm like saying something to like, roast somebody, or have fun. Like, I'm not doing it out of malicious behavior, or doing it, to be an ass or nothing like that. I'm just trying to have fun, like, crack jokes and shit. You know, that's all I want when I come on here. I just want to be cool with everybody and just have fun. But if you aggravate me, I'm deleting your ass from my channel. I don't need you around me. Because when you leave, somebody else comes. And that's how it's always been on my lives. For 5 years now, September will be 5 years I've been on here. And I've seen people come and go, and I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no time for this shit. I'm a grown man. I'm 47 years old. And I ain't dealing with no little fucking immature people on here that treat me like shit and like overstep their boundaries. It's that simple. So you find out you're no longer a part of this channel, then you got to look at yourself. I ain't done nothing to deserve no bullshit. Fuck off. I'm serious. Like, I can't deal with people, man. People are like aggravating me. And it's always during like the eclipse. When the eclipse energy is around, I find myself getting rid of people, like, because like I'm sick and tired of you. You just don't listen, you don't learn, you don't understand, you don't. It goes right through your fucking brain, like, like if you're over the age of 21, you should know better. Like, you should be an adult and act like one. If not, smell you later. And I see you donated, sweetheart, and you said weekend vibes check. All right, sure, sweetheart. Thanks for the donation. I appreciate it. Me too. That's why, I bust my I worked all week. I didn't bust my ass, but like, yesterday I kind of did a little bit more than I wanted to, but at least I did it. And now, like, today is Thursday, I'm chilling out. I was gonna go work today, and I said, you know what, I can't, because my frame of mind is not really like, when I get irritated, I can't like go somewhere and deal with other people that are irritated. Again, I'm just gonna stay home and stay away from people. That's what the best thing for me to do is to stay away from people and come to my sanctuary, which is here, and talk to decent people. All right. What I'm getting here, Anne, is you yourself would just be patient and just like manage your time, make the right adjustments. I got the temperance here for you, so that means like be patient, bring together the people that you want, you know, manage who you deal with, who you talk to, like we've been just talking about, find the people that you're compatible with, you're peaceful with, and that will all bring success for the weekend. This weekend will also bring you like spiritual prosperity. This is like a holy weekend, Good Friday, Easter, Saturday, all the weekend is like, a weekend that, people always think about spiritual things, right? So your spiritual prosperity will be there. If you have material things that you want to buy, gain, food, getting something, Easter eggs, all that type of shit, then that I see that happening, getting things for your children, getting things for yourself. Everything will be okay. Things will be fine. The only thing I see here is people are unhappy with you. People are going to be lonely and try and get you to like, break your spirits or break like some sequence that goes on. You might cancel plans with people and like you have a lack of friendship now and you know that the future holds like clouds over your head as far as like you said your aunt and other people that aggravate you are not like in your life anymore. So those people might be upset with you and continue to be upset with you this weekend. You might not want to attend other family gatherings, just be in your own space. And I feel like spirit's going to give you that. Like at the end here, I feel like you're going to have success after the anxiety of overcoming the difficult times this weekend. So I do see it being peaceful and I do feel like you're going to be okay. I just feel like you said, there's people around you that are unhappy. And another thing you might be unhappy about is you don't have like real love in your life as far as like a partnership. You might be like thinking like, wish I had a partner. I wish I had a real man in my life. I wish I had good times during these festivities and holidays. It might run through your mind like I wish I had somebody things like that around me that will be good to me. We all think about those things sometimes. That's the only other thing I see here. Like just mentally, you might be like drained. Yeah. So if you're attending the family ranch festivities, I see that being okay. I just think that in your mind, you might be like, looking around and you might be like, I would like to have a good man in my life or a partner and just be like, have fun with them and stuff like that. But it's cool. I got my family, I got my friends, I got, my children and stuff like that. But that might run through your mind. I think it runs through people's minds. And the reason I say it is because like it runs through my mind sometimes too. So, but I'm getting it here that you might feel a little lonely sometimes, and you might be like, during these holiday times, it'd be nice if I had somebody decent, but it's okay. I'm okay with it because I have myself and I have my family and so forth. But I got the Ace of Pentacles there as well, so that shows me like a spiritual prosperity, like, and that shows me like that whatever you're attending the family, if you're bringing like food and you're eating food, like things like that, so you're going to be happy, or like exchange of gifts or something like that. Exactly. Sometimes like when well, now it's different because both my sister and my brother are divorced. But when everybody was married and had kids, and I'm the one that's not married and I don't have kids, and I'm been single forever, right? So, and when I go to family functions, sometimes I look around and I'm like, you know, It'd be nice if I had a woman or a wife or something like that. And then again, I said, well, look at them. They're all fucking like mad at each other, and they're all going off at each other, and they ruin fucking family gatherings. And look at their kids. One takes the wife takes care of them, and the son. Then this one don't take care of them. This one's complaining about that one don't take care of the kids. And I'm like, yep, that's cool. I'll stay single. Yeah, I feel you on that one. That's something that happens a lot. Like they want to be up your ass all day, like aggravating the shit out of you. I don't blame you. I got the exact same cards. That's crazy. So I asked how the festivities are gonna be. It says you're gonna be okay. It just says that some people there are unhappy or lonely, or some people that's at the family ranch are like might not come, or people might be missing or might not be coming there, or just people might be unhappy and lonely. The festivities can do that. People might reminisce of somebody that's passed away or something like that. Could be either or. Like I get like a a feeling of like some people might not be happy. So if people are going to this festivity, there's some people might not be happy with the situation or with other people there. Yeah, that's all that matters, and that's the best thing to do. I preach that all the time. I'm here. I take care of my mom, my dad, my sister, and my nephews. Everybody else is irrelevant to me. My dog, and I take care of myself. Like I'm not. I work for my clients. I deal with everybody on here to a certain extent, and then after that, like I'm not dealing with certain people no more. I'm had enough. Every year, I eliminate people out of my life. Once I've had enough, I've had enough. And like I said, I always give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You never know what somebody's going through, but when somebody like continuously not want to make themselves better and drain my energy, I'm like, no, I've helped you. Goodbye. You don't listen. Go away. It's that simple. I ain't dealing with that shit. So that's what I've been doing. I stay to myself, take care of my family, and that's it. I ain't had time for that shit. I like how my life is, and I'm not gonna let nobody ruin it. That's for sure. That ain't happening. I ain't got time for that. It not happen. So yeah, it's a nice day here too. I'm actually waiting for my nephews to wake up because they sleep till like midday. Sometimes it's 11:38 here. I already heard the shower going, so one of them's up. I want to cut the grass. I want to cut the grass later on today. Tidy up the yard a bit more, but I don't want to wake them up. I'll wait till they're up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't need those type of people around me. I try to keep my energy like up to par every day, and keep my energy like going high and away from everybody that I don't want my energy to be around. Everybody always wondered why like I would not be around people. My sister always gets mad at me. Oh, you should go out. You should do that. I'm like, no way. There's people out there. You out of your mind? I ain't going nowhere. I've been out of my whole fucking life. Like I don't think people understand. I've been going out my whole life. Check something real quick. They stain clothes and skin. Yeah, exactly. You've been picking mulberries from your tree. Those trees are so massive. Yeah, they can be. Yesterday I had Clorox and I was like cleaning out the drains. Like we have like the drains that drain like your dishwasher and your sink from the kitchen. There's a drain outside here and it's like a little box. And it goes from there, it goes to the pit. So like I opened it up and it was like pure cockroaches in there. So I closed it back up real quick. I told my nephew, look, get the bug spray and I'm gonna have the water hose and they're gonna go right down the drain, right down the pit. And he's like, okay. So I opened it up and they were all going berserk. He sprayed them all and I sprayed the water and drowned their asses right through the pit and they were all gone. About 50 of those bastards, they're in there. I don't know how the hell they get in there because that lid is like shut tight. And I don't know how the hell they get in there. It's like, it's crazy. I just don't understand. So I was like, oh, well, they're going to every year around this time, I get rid of all of them because I don't want no damn cockroaches around here. But that's where they go. They go where the pit is. So they go where I can't remember what the heck it's called now. It's like a grease trap. That's what it's called, a grease trap. So it gathers all the grease there and they go in there to eat the grease and the shit, right? Like all this leftovers food that goes down the drain. So I was like, yeah. I told my nephew, being that we're cleaning the whole porch and all the furniture and getting ready for Easter, I told him, I said, look, we need to get these cockroaches out of here. And he was like, I can't believe it. You said there were going to be some in there. I'm like, of course, they always come every time. Every year they're here. Those bastards, like, they breed like crazy. So I can't stand cockroaches. They're like the worst thing for me. If I see one, I'll cringe. I'm like, oh, go away. So yeah, I'm so glad I got rid of them. I was like, leave me alone. Go away. So yeah, I did that yesterday. Cleaned all the furniture. We have outdoor furniture by the pool. We cleaned it all up. We rearranged everything. We cleaned the turtle tank this week, and then next week my nephew wants me to paint his bedroom. So we're gonna like start taking things out of there, cleaning things up, rearranging. He wants to rearrange his room. So I told him, I said, well, yeah, I can do it for you. You guys are off until next week. So they're off of school for 2 weeks. This is the first week, so I'm just going. Yeah, exactly. They come back. Yeah. They're like cockroach exes. They always come back. But yeah, since I've lived here, we have a lot of trees around here. It's like, it's not a forest, but there's a lot of trees everywhere. And we live up high and it's like pure birds, insects, rats. Like I was telling the story the other day, like I've killed over 60 rats in traps and even like the government, like the health department, they put all these traps and poison in the trees so the rats can die because it was over infested and they were like attacking the house. They were like fucking up the generator. They would go inside our AC units and fuck everything up. People around here said that there was a rat inside their ceiling. Like those bastards go everywhere. So my neighbor was like, you got problems with rats over there? I'm like, yep. He goes, yeah, I'm calling my friend that works for the government health department. They have like these big ass black box traps that kill the rats. And I'm like, yeah, you need to, please do. So we ain't seen no rats around, no big ass rats for a long time, for like a year and a half now. But this year I've had two small, tiny little rats in the pool. They died in the pool. I'm like, good. See you later. It's fucking gross, but we're not swimming in there right now anyway. So. And plus, like all the rains took them all out. Yeah, exactly. So they do everything. They destroy every damn thing. They're so annoying. So like I had pure trap set up, and then one of them was in the barbecue the other day. He was in the barbecue eating like the leftovers that fall down in the little grease thing. I opened up the barbecue and he was in there and he saw me and he took off and I was like, "You little fucker! Like you're in here too? Like what the hell?" I tried to burn his ass, but I couldn't get him. I'm like, these fuckers are everywhere, man. They're such a nuisance. And we have so many cats around here. You would think those cats would be getting them, but those cats be like, nah, that's cool. I don't want no rats and mice. I want real food. My dog, she smells the rats and she's caught a few in her lifetime. She's caught a few around here. She stomps them. I'm like, good girl. But yeah, we ain't had none lately though. Thank God. We haven't had any lately. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, I got rid of the roaches yesterday, so that's less something I have to worry about. And I have like two turtle dove birds in my cedar tree over here. They're making a nest and having a baby. Every year they do it. Last year they did it, but this year I can hear them over there in the tree. So I'm gonna go over there maybe later on today. I'm gonna go see if I can find them. They're in the tree somewhere. They'll be all looking at me like, "What are you doing? Leave me alone." I'm like, "You're in my tree. You need to pay rent, bro." Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My dog, she's something else. Yesterday she was inside and then I fed her and she left a little bit of food behind. And then all of a sudden I see her hair frizzed up and she's like, I was like, what happened? So I looked outside and the cat was eating her food. And she was like, yeah. So I let her go and she chased the cat and the cat jumped over the wall and was like, you ain't getting me. And I was like, look at this fucking cat. He has the nerve to come over here, eat the rest of my dog's food, and act like it's okay. I was like, I told my dog, go get it, get that damn cat. But she would never catch him. Cats are too fast. Hey, Miss Bikini, how you doing? So it was hilarious to watch her. Like I was like, Mark, get set, go. I opened the screen door and she took off. And by the time she was halfway, that cat was been gone. I saw the cat go right over the wall. Cat was fast. I was like, you ain't gonna catch that damn cat, you dumb dog. So it was pretty funny to watch. I let her go because I know she wouldn't catch the cat. I gave the cat a head start just in case. But even if my dog got the damn cat, who cares? He shouldn't be around here anyway. But I don't want that to happen anyway. Poor little kitty. He just wanted some food. Well, they do it to themselves, Those cats, they go in turf that they shouldn't be in. But my dog's too slow. She will never catch those cats. And like the walls here are only like 4 feet, so the cat jumps on the wall and springs up. The cats are too fast, way too fast. I've seen my dog trying to get those cats, and she never ends up getting. And even if she did, and I saw him, I would get her to like let her go, let the cat go or something. I would never let the dog, kill the cat. Miss Bikini said, "Not good, but I have nights and days like that." Taking a zero. Nah, I don't take a zero. It's all right. It's never gonna be perfect, Even in real life, before Phil passed, you gotta understand that you had days like that too. Everybody has their moments. Just try and be as positive as you can and try and just know that he's always there with you and just talk to him every day. Good morning, Marley. How you doing, sweetheart? You okay? There's many days that we have moments and we have times where we like don't even want to be in existence, or we have time where we're like, why me, why us, why this, why that, or when my life is going to change. It never ends. you know oh yeah, I'm sure. I try to stay away from like animals going in there and acting up with each other. Yeah, I know what you mean. Just another day in paradise. Yeah, I'm having a good day so far. It's all good. I'm here. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm gonna cut my grass and my hedges in a few minutes, but I'm waiting for my nephews to wake up. My nephews, they sleep until like midday, so it's almost I can hear the other one in the shower now. So I've had the shower go off twice. They're bound to call me in a few minutes and say, "Hey, let's have breakfast or let's have lunch." So I'm waiting for a text message. I know it's coming sooner or later. Yep, they have the life, but they're off of school, so this is their vacation time, so they can do whatever. Oh, Miss Bikini, I know it's gonna take time, sweetheart. Just chill today and be happy that you're living, you're okay, and things are gonna get better. Just stay positive as much as you can. I know you're probably tired of hearing me say that, but the more positivity I can bring to you and rub off on you, the better life will be. I'm not gonna sit here and like help you, if I didn't. Hey Ninja, good morning. How you doing? So yeah. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I don't want you to think that, I'm here trying to preach things I don't know about. But we all mourn. We all have people pass away that we don't want to, but one thing is guaranteed in life is death. And the best way to cope with it in my eyes is to always remember that person in a good light, and just remember that, it was God's plan, and at least God gave them to you in spirit for the rest of your life. That's how you gotta like, analyze it, in my opinion. I know it's hard to get over, I know it's hard to deal with, but every day it's not gonna be, better or worse. It's just gonna be, a day where you just deal with it. You deal with it day by day. And eventually you'll be able to help somebody else when it's their turn. I'm doing good, Ninja. Oh, it's good. I'm here shooting the shit, hanging out with everybody. Absolutely. Death is something that is inevitable. It's going to happen. It's guaranteed. People are here with us, for a short period of time. Time flies, and the next thing you know, the person's gone. And it's just the way it is. It's hard. It's hard to deal with sometimes. There's a lot of people that are passed away that I wish were still living. But I know that I can deal with that person in spirit, and I know that that person's better off in spirit than being in pain in physical life. So that's one thing I know, that death brings relief to people. You know, that's how you got to look at it. Death brings relief to a lot of people, physical relief. A lot of people before they pass away, they're in a lot of pain, they're in a lot of misery, they're tired of like taking pills or being hooked up to an IV or being in a hospital or a hospice. So a lot of people, they die and they're relieved of no more pain, and they're in spirit and they're free and they're floating around and they're enjoying their spiritual life without pain. But those spirit are now watching you in pain and you suffering. So they're going through the same thing you're going through. They're being hard on themselves, saying, I wish I could be there in a physical presence, but I'm going to be here in a spiritual presence. And hopefully they understand that. That's my opinion on how it works and how they see us. Yeah. And well, we can't save. Once you're gone, you're gone. You can't save nobody. Like people can be saved, but you're still going to go one day. My friend that used to come in here all the time, she's passed away. My friend Sue. I tried everything in my power to keep her alive and well. She didn't have much help from some family members until the very end. And she had cancer and she beat it and then it came back. And then I would really go into a spiritual realm with her and try and find out what's wrong with her. I helped her. Spirit was telling me what she can do to live longer, and she did. And then all of a sudden, she got worse one day, went to the hospital, and that was a wrap. But at least I know I did my part. I'm not God. I can't save nobody. All I can do is listen to, spirit and help somebody. If I can, I will. And I did that. I feel like I did my part. And in spirit, I always have her next to me, so it's all good with the rest of my family and my friends. There's a lot of times where we think we can prevent death. Sometimes we can. We can help prevent it and prolong it. We can prolong those things. But then there's other times we can't. It's just impossible. Yeah. I can understand that, losing a spouse, and obviously I haven't lost a spouse, but I've lost people that are very close to me. And I'm not telling you to get over it and to not grieve. What I'm saying is now to you have to adapt to the spiritual part of it now. You can adapt to the spiritual part. You don't have to do anything, but now you can adapt to the spiritual part of Phil. So you will always have them until you become a spirit. But in the meantime, there's a saying that I always use is, you know, spirit doesn't, spirit wants you to live in memory of them. So if you live for their memory, you live for their name, you live for their, the for them, for what they're worth to you, then they will love that. They will appreciate that, you know. And I understand it's hard, but you have us to talk to. You have your real friends, you have everybody that will help you. And even if you don't have anybody at this moment in time that will help you when you're alone, you always have them around you. That's like a guarantee. I've been doing mediumship for years, and I've never had an experience where the spirit said to me, Mark, that's my wife you're talking to, F that bitch, I don't care about her, and she doesn't care about me, so why should I care about her? In other words, they say to me, please tell them that I am here. Please tell them that I love them and I want them to live their lives. Please don't mourn me like you are. Look at me as in a better way. Look at me in a more positive way. Look at me this way. Look at me that way. They want you to acknowledge them, so that way they can interact with you. You'd be amazed how much if you interact with them, the more you actually, not only believe it, but you'll be like me. You'll be like a real life medium, but with your own spouse, but only a medium with that person. You see what I mean? Like that's how it works, you know? Like you can have your own little mediumship with them for the rest of your life, and that's how it works. And I've had a lot of people say to me, even readers, they're like, "Oh, my mom passed away, and she's with me, helping me with my cards and my readings. My mom always helps me and interacts with the spirits to get the messages." I've heard a lot of people say that shit. Plenty of people, you know. So I know that for a fact that they want us to acknowledge them so we can be with them forever, you know. Oh, absolutely, Marley. Absolutely. That's a guarantee. That is a guarantee. But the thing is, the but is this is when you become a spirit, you recognize your past on family members and you get to interact with them if you want to. Because remember, not everybody is like some people take shit to the grave. So if you pass away and you see your brother that passed away 10 years before you and you didn't get along with them, you don't have to interact with them. You can see them like how we see each other in real life, but you don't have to speak to them. And then you can say, okay, now that we're passed away and we're in spirit, are we going to fight in spirit, or are we going to come together and squash the whole physical beef and be in a peaceful spiritual part of our lives? I feel like you can do it in your physical and your spiritual world. You can get over those things and you can forgive each other in spirit, or you can forgive each other in reality in real life. But you definitely can see your family members. My friend that committed suicide last year, his whole family was in spirit except for his sister, and him and his youngest sister didn't get along. Well, it's his only sister, and his sister passed away this year in January. She was the last one, right? So when he passed away, I was upset because I don't accept people who kill themselves or commit suicide. But I know people do that for a reason because of what they're going through. The thing is God's gonna forgive you. I might not. But then I connected with him shortly after his death. And when I was in the church and I was in at his funeral, I shed tears because and like I just hid my face and I started crying. I literally put my shirt over my face and I cried because I saw him with all his family. And all his family really didn't get along with each other. They were all against each other. So when I saw him with his mom, his dad, and his two other brothers, I said, no fucking way. Because these guys all didn't like each other. So when I saw them all together and he waved to me and he said, Mark, I'm here. Look, I'm here with my family. I'm good. And I was like, fuck me, look at this. That's why I cried in the church during his funeral. And I couldn't stop crying because I actually saw what he really wanted, because he took his own life. He thought that he wasn't going to be accepted. But see what it is, because you take your own life, God doesn't want you in heaven because you committed one of the worst sins in the world. But because he was a church person, he always gave his life to the church. He was very religious, but he went through a lot of bad things. He went through a bad part of his life. He had medical conditions. He had financial problems. He had a lot of bad luck, and he saw his whole family dying and before him. So when he came together with his family and I saw them together, I couldn't stop crying the whole funeral. And people must have said, fuck, what's wrong with this guy? But I couldn't hold back because I realized that that's how God is so great. He'll forgive you enough. You're not going to heaven, but you're going to be a spirit with your other family, and you're gonna be in your own little area. But nobody really, in my opinion, is worthy to go to heaven. That's a whole nother bowl game. You got to be like the most perfect person in the world to be there. But then again, heaven is earth. Earth is heaven to me. So that's why I always see spirit at their homes around you. That's why I can tell some people, look, I can see your dad sitting on that chair. I can see your mom, you know, doing this while you do that. I've described people's home. People are like, what the fuck? How the hell this guy know, my bed is this color, or my fucking room is this color, or my house has this, or my house has that? It's because they show me that they're back on earth in a spiritual form, right? Because what does the Bible say? God is everything. God is around you. So God is everything. God is water. God is air. God is life. God is spirit. So spirit is the same thing. When you become a spirit, you become all of those things too. But I feel like certain people aren't worthy to be on his right hand side, So what he does is he brings you back to earth in a spiritual form. That's why I kind of don't believe in reincarnation, because when I see spirit, they're the same person, and they never tell me, "Oh, I'm coming back as a dog tomorrow," or "I'm coming back as Bob whoever." They don't say that shit to me. They just say, "Look, I'm coming back on earth as myself because I want to come and take care of my wife that's grieving, or my daughter, or I'm going to take care of my family. I'm going to sit in that same fucking chair at home when I sat in it, and I'm going to be there in spirit with my family because that's where I want to be." And I believe that God has the power to give you that choice. So, and I've proved that many a times. So ain't nobody going to tell me no different. Because what I see, I know is real. And that's all that matters. People can say whatever they want. People have different opinions and different, mediumship skills, but that's my belief. I'm not saying my belief is real and it's like it's accurate and it's what you want. You see, like, I'm not trying to be a know-it-all, but I know what I see and I know what I hear, and I know that they have never said no otherwise. Yeah, exactly. When I saw Phil that time, I saw him around his parents. And one thing about me, I can describe spirit. And when you say, "Oh yeah, that's him," and that's the person, or that's where they lived, or that's what car they drove, how the fuck can I see that if I don't, if it's not true? And that person never says, "So I'm going to be transformed into, their next child or something like that." That I don't really hear all those things, but some people might. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not like a perfect medium or a perfect person. I just connect with the people who need to know what's going on. I can only tell you what I see, what I hear, and what I know. Take it or leave it. That's it. You know. Whatever else happens, these crazy people say that ain't my problem. So yeah, Marley, to answer your question, they do interact with. They have a choice to interact with them. Everybody does, and we all have our family around us. That's guaranteed. There's always spirit around you. We all have a spiritual army. Listen, if you're doing, I tell everybody this, and remember these words. If you're doing the right thing in your life and you feel comfortable and you're not doing no dumb shit, you're not killing, you're not shooting somebody, you're not disrespecting somebody, you're not lying and being a fucking conniving person, then spirit will happily be around you. And even if they're in the same house as you, and they just want to be around your innocent children and they don't want to be around you, they're going to be in your children's bedroom. You got me? So your house has bedrooms and rooms. So if spirit doesn't want to be around you, they're going to come to the side. They're going to stay in the hallway and be like, yeah, this bitch, And then they're going to be like, you know what? I love my grandchildren, but my daughter is an idiot. So I'm going to go over here to my grandchildren and be with them and play with them and look at them and be happy around them because they're innocent. But if you are doing the right thing, they're going to be around you too. It's just like in physical life. If you're an idiot or you're doing dumb shit to somebody, you don't want to be around them, right? So spirit tells me that I don't. It's not that I just don't know. Spirit tells me, look, I don't want to be around that person. You tell them that I said this, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. You should have never asked about this person. And now I tell people like straight up, look, this person told me that you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I'm not going to sit there and publicize their life. But they'll be like, yeah, I know what you're saying. I've been a bad person, Mark. Yeah, they're right. So that reassures them to do the right thing. You see what I'm saying? So you fuck around, you're going to find out. So a lot of people say to me, oh, Mark, that's not true because, in the divine world of spirit, they forget. No, 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 no. Well, they might tell you that, but they don't tell me that. They're like, no, no, I ain't going around that person. Tell that person don't even call upon me until they get their shit right. Because that person might be doing drugs, might be drunk, might be a hoe. They might have done things that that person won't do if that person, like a lot of people tell me, how does my parents feel about me? Like, what is my parents are like, if they'll say to me, oh, my mom is in spirit, does she approve of my life? If you're asking me that, then you're obviously doing something wrong. Or you want approval, or you're testing me to find out whether or not your mother's even around you. You see what I'm saying? But if you're asking that question, you're pretty much saying, you know what? Like, I wonder what my mom would think of me right now because I'm acting crazy, or I'm doing this, or I've had 2 Ds this week and I shouldn't have. You got me? Yeah, exactly. So it's happened to me a few times on here where people have been exposed and, they get, upset or whatever, or they just say, you know what, I got to be better. My mom and dad's right, or my so and so is right. I never forget my friend in Boston. She was drinking, and she knows she shouldn't have because her parents wouldn't want her to do that. So she gave up drinking, and I didn't know that. I didn't even know she really had a problem with drinking because I never got that off of her. So I told her, I said, hey, look, your parents are here in spirit and they're coming through very strong. She didn't even ask me for a reading. And I was just said to her, look, your parents are here and they're telling me that they're very proud of you and your progress. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. And she said to me, Mark, I just gave up alcohol 2 months ago and I haven't had a drink since. And she started to cry and say, how the hell did you know that? And I said, well, your parents just told me. They said they're proud of you because you're not, drinking anymore. And they want you to continue to do that for your sake and theirs. That came out of the blue, just like that, bang, just by talking to her. Her parents are like, hey, look, tell her we're proud of her. But they didn't tell me why, but she knew why. You see what I'm saying? Because she doesn't publicize her life to me or anybody. That's your problem, your issue, your thing. But they do praise you when you do good, and if you're doing bad, they're gonna tell me, and they're gonna show you too. So don't think that they're not listening and watching. They know. They fucking know. And we all have spirit around us. Some bad, some good, and some like that are just lingering just to be around you, around your house, around your dog. And one lady, one time years ago, like 2, 3 years ago, there was a psychic that I used to hang out with on YouTube, but people ruined our friendship, and she was kind of weird anyway. But she she thought it was fascinating that I did mediumship, and she got a mediumship reading from me. She was getting mediumship readings from somebody else, like the person I was talking about the other night. And I told her, I said, look, I see a man outside and he's next to this, and this. I'm not going to go into detail. He's next to this, and this. And he says that he would like to come inside, but he wants you to personally invite him inside because he would like to be inside instead of being outside in this little barn because he would like to watch some TV. And she was like, huh? And I was like, look, the guy looks like this, he looks like that, he's wearing this, he's wearing that, and he does this and does that. She sent me a picture the next day and said, look, this is the guy you saw. I'm like, yep. She goes, you described him to a T. She goes, I would have never known he was outside. And it was her stepfather. And he just wanted to come inside and watch TV. So she invited him in, turned the TV on. And when she came home, like the TV will be on or off, or like, he'll be there watching. And she can feel him. Just like that. See what I'm saying? So that's what happens. Some people get it, some people don't. Some people sometimes I can't see nobody around you because nobody wants to be around your miserable ass. And then I can see a lot of people around you because everybody wants to be around you because you're a good person. Before my friend Sue passed away, I saw her whole entire ancestor family like over and over. Every like time I read for her, it was a different person. Or it was like a bunch of people. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like this woman got some people around her. Like, what the hell? This is the most spirits I've ever seen around one person. Because they loved her because she was doing the right thing. And she was dying from cancer. So they was trying to help her. Right? So then when she passed away, I told everybody, it's sad to see her go, and she went at a young age, but guess what? I know she's going to be seriously taken care of in the spirit world. And when I read for her sister about a month ago, I read for her sister, and Sue came through, and I couldn't believe it. She looked absolutely like amazing. She looked everything. She looked like she was glowing in spirit, glowing. And I'm talking about she looked better in spirit than she did in physical life before she passed away. Like she looked like it looked like a Snapchat filter thing where it enhanced your whole HD body, like in face. And I was like, look at this shit. Like how to like because she's been there for 2 years now and she's around all her family, it's made her evolve even stronger in spirit so she can take care of everybody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's crazy how that happens. It's crazy how that happens. But I can write a book on all the shit that I've done, seen, and heard, and how spirit is in my eyes and what I see. And some people still think it's bullshit, but I don't need to prove anything. I'm available to the people that are open to deal with it, and don't be afraid of it, and don't think that is bullshit because it's not. It happens. If you worship God and Jesus and Mary and whoever else, whatever God you worship, they're a spirit. So if you're worshiping them, why can't you worship the people that have passed before you? That's how it works. You acknowledge them just like you acknowledge God because they're in a spiritual form and they can help you. Don't you pray to God? You can pray to those people too and say, hey, look, help me out. I'm doing this, doing that. Please, uncle. Please, dad. Please, mom. Even your pets. All that shit counts. Everything becomes a spirit. Even your unborn child. I've proven that plenty of times too, and people can't believe that shit sometimes, but it's true. There's a lot of women who have miscarriages and they don't know, and then that child will come about. They're a spirit now. So you never lost that child. You lost them in a physical world, but you won't lose them in a spiritual world. They're still around you. That's how it goes. I've proven all those things already. I have nothing else to prove. There's nothing for me to prove. I don't have to prove myself to nobody. That's what I see. That's what I do. Believe it or not, that's up to you. But I can make you a believer. That's not a problem. If spirit wants me to. If you don't believe me, then spirit ain't gonna come around. They're gonna be like, fuck you, you don't believe Mark. If you don't believe Mark, then why should I come and believe you and be with you? That's it. So the people who test you are the people who ain't gonna get nothing. The people who believe will receive. It's that simple. Yeah. And some people have things happen to you where you're like, no way, this just happened to me. So spirit will show you. If you don't believe them, then they're gonna show you that you can believe them. Things will happen where you're like, oh shit, this is really real, because the only person that knows that is this person. Or why am I seeing this? See, when people find like a penny on the ground, a nickel, a dime, a quarter, if you find money on the ground, pick it up. And because that's a sign that spirit wants you to know that they're around. That's the way they get you around. That's the way they make you, see them or believe or be around them. And then if you want to, that same dime or nickel you found, throw it somewhere else. So someone else can be a resemblance of that message for somebody else. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes we see feathers, birds, whatever, like numbers. Any type of synchronicity that always happens to you is happening for a reason. That's their way of communication. Because if you're not a medium and you can't hear them or see them or feel them or smell them or whatever, then they're gonna put symbols in front of you. So you can say, hey, look, you don't believe Mark? He told you I'm here. Look, you're gonna find this dime on the ground. Or you're gonna find this, or you're gonna see 333 every fucking day. Because that's my life path number, or that's the time that we were doing something, or on their birthday, something might happen where you're like, holy shit, look at that. He must be here. That's how it goes. Like I tell everybody, I have nothing to prove. I'm not here trying to bullshit people. I'm here on a serious note because I actually care and I know that it's true. So it's really up to you to believe. And if you believe it, then accept it and talk to spirit every day. You're not crazy. You speak to those people every day. Whoever's passed away in your life and you want to talk to them, close your eyes, imagine them, or go get a picture and go look at that picture. You go get a damn picture and you be like, oh yeah, this is so and so. Look, let me tell you something. Look, I miss you. I this and that. I love you. Please, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday. I love you. I know you're in spirit watching over me. I appreciate you. You can do that. You're not fucking mental for doing that. You're not crazy for doing that. That's just you acknowledging that person. You see what I'm saying? You can do that shit every day if you want to. It's simple. No, you're not crazy. People think I'm fucking crazy because I see shit that they're like, no way, this guy's nuts. How the hell do you see that shit? You're crazy. When I see inside people's houses, they think that, I'm crazy. I'm just being shown by spirit. It's remote viewing. It's like, they're showing me what's going on right now. I read for a woman, like when I first started doing mediumship on here, I read for this lady and I actually showed her, I actually saw her child playing on the couch with a teddy bear and I described the teddy bear and she thought I was nuts. She never came back. She was like, yeah, you scare me. I can't handle that shit. And I was like, look, don't be scared. Your child that passed away, they just want to let you know that they're around your living child and they're playing with that teddy bear on the couch. She goes, yeah, I can't deal with that shit. I can't believe you saw that. That's fucking nuts. That looks like you have a camera in my house. I'm like, well, obviously I don't, sweetheart, but I'm just showing you what through spirit's eyes. That's all you gotta believe. And she never came back to me. She was like, this guy's fucking nuts. I'm like, well, you asked. It's life. Spirit can show me what you're doing in your house. And that's because they're there. They're like, hey, look, I'm right here right now. And they're like, oh shit, that's my house. So people think I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. I'm just showing you what I see. It's simple. That's what I did with Marley one time. Spirit, I can't remember who it was, but Spirit showed me Marley in her first little car, and it was, I think it was red or something like that, a little small car, and the Spirit showed me her in this little car singing, you know, and she confirmed it was true. They can show me things like that. I could have said a different color car, and she'd be like, "Nah, that's not true. It's not me. It's some other crazy blonde woman." You know? Yeah. There you go, Amanda. That was meant for you to hear. Good morning, sweetheart. How you doing? Yeah. So people are open to it. You can receive it. That's just the way it is. But I don't have to tell you anything. Whoever you want to talk to, you just talk to them. You don't need me. It's cool. Just talk to the people that are passed away. Look at their pictures. Think about them. If they know you're thinking about them and talking to them, they'll greatly appreciate it. Just think about it. If you were passed away right now and you were a spirit and nobody in your family cared about you, how would you feel in spirit? You'd be like, yeah, these motherfuckers just wanted my house, my money, my car, my belongings. They just didn't even care. They mourned my funeral and that was it. Fuck you, bye. Rotten hell or rotten wherever. You're in a coffin now. See you later. Some people are like that. They'll never acknowledge you after that. Marley, I was telling Ann that Spirit showed me you in your little car. No, that's cool. I'll repeat it. I was using you as an example that that Spirit showed me in your little car when you were 16, and I told you what color the car was and everything, and you were like, "Yep, that's me." You're welcome. It's all good. Yes, happy birthday to your dad. So, and then, like I said, I can go on and on and on, and tell people I can see like Spirit shows me everything, and you know what, I'm very humble when it comes to things like that. I never go on here and say, oh, I'm the best, don't go to that person, you better come to me because I'm better than them. Like, you can't talk like that because Spirit's gonna look at me and like, oh, you want fucking medals and trophies now, Mark? Oh, you forget we're the ones giving you the message, damn it. Who the fuck you think you are? This shit ain't you, bro. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't get no messages. So you think I want to disrespect the hand that feeds me or bite the hand that feeds me? Hell no. I'm not gonna toot my own horn because it ain't me. If I don't have them telling me shit, how am I gonna know? You see, that's the problem with a lot of people. They always put their selves up first. You gotta put Spirit first all the time. I ain't got nothing to prove, like, and I'm not gonna take no credit. When people come in and say, Mark, you're right, I say, look, thank God that I was right. Thanks, Spirit, that I was right. Thanks, Spirit, that they came to me to talk to you. I'm never going to say, yeah, I joke around and say, I'm psychic on fucking Wednesdays and Thursdays. And because I'm humble, I don't care about that fame and glory and all that shit because I know it's not me. It goes through me. I'm just the channel you tuned into. Yes, I have to interpret it. And yes, I have to talk. And yes, I have to do shit. Yes, it is me, but not all me. I can't do it without them. There's no I in this channel. It's everybody. We all come together and we all do shit for each other. And that's the way it's gonna continue to be in my eyes and in my life. I thank God every day before I go bed. I thank Spirit for helping me help you guys. I don't say, yeah, keep me popular and keep me in the psychic realm. I want to be the best psychic in the world. I'll never hear those words through my fucking mouth. Hell no. I don't claim to be better than anybody. I know who I am. I can be the best for you. That's all that matters. I can be the best for you. You can go to 3 different people and you can say Mark's the best for me. That's fine. You can say that to me. I don't care. But I want to be the best for Spirit to come to you and tell you the truth. That's all I want. I'm not going to sit here and toot my own horn. Fuck that. Hell no, that's not me. Without me, I can't do it. That's why spirit deals with me, because they know I'm not that type of person. I'm not the type of person to be like putting myself first. I ain't doing that shit. Fuck that. They be like, oh yeah, all right. We're not giving you no more answers, Mark. Fuck you. You didn't acknowledge us. You want to say it's you? Okay, cool. But yeah, everybody can tell you a story about what I did and for them, and what I read, how I read for them, and what I do. And I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna help whoever I can. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. I don't look for like people to shout me out or put me on like a publicity stunt. Like that's not me. I don't do that type of shit. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be popular. I don't want like 100 people around me aggravating me every fucking day. You know, no thanks. I'm humble and I'll have my people. I beg God not to bring a whole pile of people around me and aggravate me. Just bring me the people who want, my 100% effort and service. That's it. Everybody else just leave me alone. Mhm. Exactly, Marley. And that's all that matters. And you know what else, Marty? There's always somebody better than you. That's why you can't go around saying those type of things. Even God Himself is not worshipped by everybody. People like, oh, I didn't care about God. I don't believe in God, and I don't believe in this. So even God gets scrutinized too, even though He's the best. It doesn't matter how good you are at anything. If you stay humble and you know like you're being blessed, that's all that matters. You know. That's good, Ninja. I put a post up about her yesterday on my channel. Hopefully it helps. I got my Tumblr yesterday and I was actually very happy because I never seen one like that in my life. So I was happy to get it, and I put it on my Instagram for everybody to see. I always show gratitude to people who respect me, and that's all that matters. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. It's the best tumbler I have. And I'm not really a tumbler person, but I rather drink out of a damn coffee mug like this with a big handle. But now I'm starting to like the tumblers, and if it has my team on it, I like it anyway. So it was a different tumbler. I've never seen one like that before. It has like a metal straw and shit, and it comes with the little cleaner thing. Man, that thing was awesome. It was well worth the wait and the money for it. So I'm happy. Like, and you said sometimes I wonder why I go through the worst spiritual attacks. The reason you go through that, like when you say spiritual attacks, sometimes we go through that because it's transitioning us to understand, like, to not have negative thoughts, or we're being attacked. The spiritual attack happens sometimes because the spirit that's around you is trying to defend you, protect you. Like I said, not all spirits are great, and not all spirits really want to be around other spirits. So if there's conflict in your family in the spiritual realm, they're going to try and attack you. So the other ones are going to fight for you. So then you're going to feel the spiritual attack. That's how it works, you know? Like, I know there's a person that comes in my room. I'm not going to mention her, but her father literally sits in front of her doorway waiting for someone to fuck around because he knows they're coming. He's just there waiting, and he's got animals around him and everything. He's like, yeah, I dare you coming in. So some spirit are overprotective. And it's like an army of spirit to like make sure no one comes in and get you. Whereas that other sick psychopath woman I used to deal with, she used to say she had a portal in her closet and shit. I'm like, this woman's fucking whack. So, there's a lot of whack jobs out there and a lot of spirit that want to attack you. So you go through that because of that. Miss Bikini, one thing about me, sweetheart, that I'm sure you know is I'm not about money. I'm not about fame. I'm not about, being glorified. I don't care. Like, there's people that have been coming in here for 5 years, never gave me 1 cent, and I don't care. I'm not here to, like, when I do get donations for my work, it goes right to everything you see on my body. I show my gratitude, and that's fine. Like, I'm not here to be like, popular or a millionaire. I don't give a fuck about that shit. People would tell you I don't care. And I always give more than I receive anyway. And there's people that have never given me $1 and I don't care. I don't look at that person different. Just like when I met you, you were straight up with me. You said, look, I don't have no money to give you, but can you check? And I gave you a reading for free, and I've never asked you for nothing in return. Because you come in here, you support me, I give you messages, and I don't care. Like, if I had a problem with that, I would have been told you get out of here. I'm not about that life. I don't do that shit to people because I know what hard times is. People think that I'm a millionaire or I'm got money or I got this and got that. I had fucking nothing. I came from a very poor neighborhood with absolutely nothing. I've told everybody already. My clothes was my brother's old clothes. Yes, I went to a private school because my dad worked 3 jobs a day to put his children in a better position. That doesn't mean we're rich. you know, and I don't want to be rich anyway, to be honest. And people be like, what do you mean you don't want to be rich? No, I don't, because then everybody's gonna come knocking on my door because they know I got money. Fuck you, I ain't giving you nothing. I work for my shit. That's why I don't give nobody shit. I'd give you a message, but I ain't giving you no fucking money. Hell no. But that's how I've always been. I always give more than what I do. If it was about money, I would be here like, and not charging 5. I used to charge $15 a question because everybody says I was worth it. And then I went down to 10 because I felt like, I don't want to do it for the money. I want to do it for like people and know that I help them because sometimes people don't have money, but they really want to know what's going on. And then during COVID, I took my price down to $5 and it's been there ever since because I don't care about money like that. That's never been like an issue for me. Hey Rudy, how you doing? Yeah, exactly. And that's all that matters. If you help a friend of mine, you're helping me. That's how I look at it. And there was a woman that came in here, I think like 2 or 3 nights ago. I've never seen her in my life. She came in here and she was just, shooting the shit with me. I gave her a free reading, told her about something. She was so happy. And she said, when I get money, Mark, I'll donate to you. And I said, okay, that's fine. Whatever you want to do, I don't care. It's cool. If I cared about money, why would I give you a free message? But that doesn't mean you're gonna take advantage of me every day. you know? Okay, Marley. I won't say nothing about you while you're gone. Yeah, exactly, Amanda. That's like I've never been that type of person in my whole life. I've never been like that. I've never been about fame and glory and money and shit. I don't care about that shit. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not about that. I'm not about that life. I don't give a fuck. You can't take that money with you. And let me tell you, I've been blessed to get donations and get readings and get money and use that, to buy things. That's perfectly fine. But like I said, I know people that have been in here for years, and I always give them a message. I've given them free readings. I've done a lot for them, and they never once say, you're a greedy bastard. You want money, this and that. I'm not like that. That's why I diss psychics like that do that shit. So, Miss Bikini, you're always welcome here. And I don't, when somebody is mourning and somebody comes in here and says, hey, look, this person passed away, blah, blah, blah. If I get the message, I'll give it to you. If I feel like you're trying to calm me, then I'm not going to pay you any attention. And that's how I am. I've always been that way. I give more than I receive, and that's okay. That's my choice. It's my choice to not be on here begging for fame and glory and money. That's my choice. I don't do that. But people will tell you that when somebody donates to me, I always give more than what they're bargained for, and that's how I live my life. That's what I want to do. So that's my choice, and that's how I live. That's how I live my life, and that's why I'm blessed to not be, with something bad in my life. I've had tons of people pass through here, and they either like me or hate me, believe me or don't trust me, and that's their problem. It's not my problem. These people will never be my problem. If you're my friend, you're blessed to have me in your life. That's how I look at it. If you're my friend and I like you, I will always be there for you, no problem. It's not a problem. I'll always help you. There's many people that will come in here and say, look, this person passed away. As soon as they say those words to me, poof, that person comes in. And I'll be like, did this person do this? Did this person do that? Or this? And then next thing you know, I'm giving them a free reading. But I don't look at it as a free reading. I'm giving them a blessing from their past loved one. That's how I look at it. Well, that's what happens, and is I don't want that life. I've been on here for almost 5 years, and I just broke 1,000 subscribers. Some people say, why you don't have more? Because I don't buy my subscribers, and I don't buy my way through life. I want everything to naturally, go the way it is, and I don't care. I don't care about my subscribers, or like how many subscribers I have. I don't care how many likes I get, how many views I get. What I care about is leaving everybody in a good state of mind. I want to make your day. I want to make you laugh. I want to answer, your question in a full detail. I want to help you, and that's all that matters. I don't care if about all that shit. It don't faze me. I've been that way all my life. You can go back and look at my lives from 4 years ago. I'm the same person you see today. Never worried about those type of things. I'm never about that life. I don't give a fuck what people think about me anyway. That's fine, Amanda, and I don't look at you no different. A majority of the time, I offer a message, and I offer you a message all the time. I offer everybody a message, even though you've never given me $1, because I don't live like that. I don't care about that. Because if I did, then spirit would be like, you greedy fuck. We're not giving you nothing. We're not going to let you read that person. We're not going to let you be nice. That person's going to say, fuck you, you're greedy. You know what I'm saying? Or they're going to look at, you're going to look at me in a different way because I'm about money. I'm never going to let money ruin my life because I've seen money destroy people, but not me. It'll never happen. You'll never see me become that person. Never. If I was, I'll be charging way more. Rudy, I see you donated, sweetheart. You can go ahead and ask your questions. And thank you. No, I gave that shirt away because I don't like bees anyway. Ninja, I haven't heard from Cindy. When I do, I'll let you know though. But I haven't heard from her. I hope she's okay. But that's good, Amanda. You know what I mean? That's all good. You got to do what's best for you, sweetheart. That's all that matters. You know? Yeah. I do my best for everybody and I try to help everybody. And I get bashed for helping people. I get bashed for by other readers for saying don't get a reading every week and don't do this and don't do that. Because I was once that person. You know? I was obsessed with readings and going to every reader asking them the same fucking question over and over. I don't want that shit. So I'm trying to make sure you don't get yourself into that. And if it comes a day where you don't listen to me and you continue to aggravate me, I'm getting rid of you because you don't pay attention and you're not, respecting me and my channel or my boundaries. So if you're no longer in here, you have yourself to blame. That's how I look at it. So sometimes if you don't see nobody in here anymore, you're gonna say, well, I know what happened there. Or some people take a break and they just don't want to be online and they just want to, have fun and just do what they do, or they don't need me anymore. So they take care of themselves. And I'm glad for them. I'm happy for them. Well, because some people go missing, it doesn't mean they hate me. It just means that they found themselves and they don't need my help. That's it. I don't take offense to that. I'd rather you learn from me, accept my help, and go about your business. If you're obsessive and you're weird and you're annoying me, then this isn't the place for you. I want peace and quiet. And I want to have fun and I want to do my job in here. And that's help. That's it. When I come on here, I don't say, yeah, I want to make $100 in here. If not, I'm going to be mad. I could care less. If I come on here for 2 hours and not even make a penny, it don't phase me. And that's happened plenty of times. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, hey, who wants a reading? I don't pressure nobody. You do whatever you want. You want it, you can come get it. If you don't, it's cool. We could talk all day and all night. And don't phase me. My bills are paid. I'm good. Fucking care. Absolutely, Amanda. And that's all that matters. And God bless you for doing that. I'm glad you help people. Where you can be an earth angel, but you're Ruby's angel. But you're also an earth angel and you're helping people. And that's all that matters. When you help people, I look at you in a better light. It's all good. And you're an Aquarius too, so we're good. All right, Rudy, you said I want to know what's coming in general. Okay. Mhm. All right, Rudy. What I get here is a lot of spiritual prosperity, material things, possibly money, just you feeling like you attained your goals, especially in the next like couple weeks to a month. I feel like you're gonna have the combination of material and spiritual prosperity. And what I mean by that is you'll be if you need to buy something or get something, you'll be able to get it. But make sure you need it and you don't want it. I feel like you'll get, what you need. And I feel like spirit is definitely around you. Like I've seen plenty of times, spirit is around you and helping you as much as they can. Another thing I see, you might feel lonely at times. You might feel like things are not going your way. You might think things are broken and you can't fix it. You might have to cancel some plans. You might have lack of good friends. These things are just your mind playing tricks on you. What you got to do is accept the fact that you know things. Don't live in denial. Withdraw from every situation that no longer serves you. Desert yourself from everybody and eat dessert too. But desert yourself from people. Like get away from people that is not your best interest. Like stay in hermit mode. Stay at home. Stay with your children. Don't go out and play. Don't go out to places or to people's homes where they don't have your best interests at heart. A lot of self things here. Be selfish for you, for your life. Take care of you. Take care of yourself. But as far as good things coming, I feel like you'll be taken care of in the money department, material department, and spiritual department. Those places were going to be very significant for you going from now into April. You are looked at as someone who is very intent. You're looking at you're at work. Your boss and your workers or wherever you are, you're a trustworthy worker. You're loyal. You offer your services. You put in the effort, and you're very helpful. And that's how people perceive you and look at you. And because you're like that, you're also going to get that back from people. People are going to be loyal to you, offer you their services, put efforts towards you, be helpful for you. And you now can find trustworthy people around you or a trustworthy person, especially a male. I feel like I've told you this already. There's a guy around you that's willing to help you. I see this guy every time I read for you. Like he might have a beard like mine, but he's helping you and he's like ready to help you more and more every day. So this is what I'm getting. Like you're going to be helped. This could be in physical and in spiritual presence because I got a lot of spiritual prosperity here. So now that you know, by getting mediumship readings and getting mediumship messages from me like you have, that's just telling me right here in the cards that your spiritual prosperity will keep going up and up and up because you're believing and now you know that they're around. Just by you knowing they're around, the spiritual prosperity level will go up and up and up. So it's like they're handing you the things that you need. So if you're saying in your mind, fuck, I wish I had this and I wish I had that, or I need this and I need that, now's the time where they're going to say, here you go. Because when you get the Ace of Pentacles, it's that big hand with that big one pentacle saying, this is coming from the heavens, this is coming from spirit here. They're ready to give you. If you want fucking money, woman, we're going to give you some damn money. We're going to find a way to get it to you, or we're going to find a way for you to get, the right situation for the right time. And if they're not going to give you the money, they're going to give you a way to find it, a way to get it. And they're going to give you like material things that you need. If you need like a new microwave or some shit like that, someone's going to say, oh, I got one home, you can have it. Shit like that. Like you're going to be catered to by spirit. They're going to help you in every which way they can. Yeah, there you go. And by saying that, you get what you want. Yeah, you can't make this shit up. So like, I feel like at work, and I feel like work is going to be very good for you, or you're going to find that job that you're looking for. Either way, in April, I feel it's going to happen. But you can't expect bad news. You can't expect criticism. You can't expect turmoil. You can't expect like you're gonna get sick and something bad's gonna happen to you. Because I feel like in your mind, there's a bag of negativity lingering in the back of your brain, and that bag needs to be untied, and you need to go, fuck that. I don't care about what happened in the past. I don't care about this. I don't give a shit about that. It's time for me to like neglect my fears and get rid of all the things in my past and let it out of the bag and just leave it alone. What I tell people all the time, if you want to send your bullshit, put it all in a box, patch it up, and send it to the Bermuda Triangle with no return address. If it goes into the ocean of the Bermuda Triangle, it's just going to float around and a shark will eventually eat it. And he's got to deal with your bullshit. All right? That's why sharks are angry, because they end up finding those packages of bullshit, you know? But they're going to eat it anyway. So the Bermuda Triangle has that, you know? So send your shit all to the Bermuda Triangle and we'll sort your shit out for you. That's what my shit is, you know? It ain't come back yet. So just imagine that, feel that, think that, and then that's fine, you know? You'll be all right. So you're saying you've been struggling and I did the work and you mean now I'm finally getting the help. Yeah. See now, yeah, that's happening, right? Yeah, exactly. The sandbags weighing you down. So you got to get rid of all those bad things. But I feel like that's your past still trying to haunt your future. But I feel like you're going to be shown gratitude. You're going to be shown, I still get a man here helping you, you know? Yeah, exactly. I still get a man like physically helping you at work to get what you need. Like I feel like you're gonna be gifted something and you're gonna have enough money and you're gonna have enough work. It's all gonna get better for you, Rudy. Trust me. And you've already confirmed that it already is. So that new job or a better position at your job, something's gonna happen where you're gonna have better situations. I even got the fool here on the bottom of the card, which means a new job or going back to learn more things to get better situations. But you can't think carelessly. You can't think thoughtlessly. You can't think like that bad shit's gonna happen all the time. You gotta say, you know what, the bad shit's over. Now the good shit's coming now. And that's how you got to live your life. Let me just text my nephew real quick. My nephew wants to have lunch, so I'm gonna go hang out with him and have lunch in a few minutes. But yeah, Rudy, if you need anything else, let me know. But that's what I see for you. That there's definitely a man gonna help you. Keep putting in the effort at work, and you'll get what you want. But you have to leave the turmoil, and you have to leave like what you went through alone. You have to get rid of those thoughts. That's the only bad thing I see, that you still think that you know the worst, you know. So don't think that. The more positive you think, the better things are going to happen. If you're already getting that help at work, then I see that actually getting better and better, because they know who you are. They know what type of person you are, you know. Well, that's good, Rudy. That's good. So that means that you can now finally close that chapter, like you said. You know, if that person apologized and told you the truth, now you can say, okay, I'll forgive them in my mind, and you know, forgive myself for dealing with this bullshit and being this way. So now I can move on from. So that's a good thing, you know, because now you have that, you know, in your mind that you know, at least you know he said what he had to say, and that's it. All right, Ninja, take care. You're welcome, Ann, and thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Well, it probably haunts him every day, you know? Some people have a conscience and they let it get to them. Well, the reason he did it is because it's like his criticism of you was unnecessary, and he knows by doing it, it's going to make him feel better. That's why he did it now. He did it now because he knows that he was wrong, and he wanted to offer like his apology, at least be, so he can feel better himself. It was mentally bothering him. That's why he did it. He had to like let it go because it was bothering him every day. Like he was tired of the conflict in his mind. Like he was like, if I until I tell Rudy I'm sorry, then I can't live with myself. That's why it happened now. Because he had enough. He had to like let it go. He had to let it go out of his mind, and he had to let you know the truth. Like, and that's why he did it. Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, he knows what he did, and he knows he was unfair, and he knows, he was a partner that wasn't really there, and he did what he had to do. But he wants to reorganize his life, and he wants to live in a peaceful way. The only way he can live peacefully is apologize to you and move on from it. So now he feels at peace now. He feels by doing this, he's at peace. That's what I get. Yeah. He feels more at peace now because he made peace with you. So I hope that makes sense. But that's why he did it. Oh boy. All right. So you're good, Rudy? Sometimes time doesn't like mean anything when somebody does it. They do it because it bothers them and they need to get it over and done with. Some people like can't live conscious free until they make the decision. So right now he felt like he had to do it because he wanted to better his own life and move on from his past too, and just let you know that how he felt. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's why he said he told you, yeah. The karma part, yeah. Because I see the Eight of Swords for him, so he went through a lot of bullshit. So that's why the reason why he went through the karma, because that's why he apologized, so now he can be in peace and not get no more karma. Some people, when they get a lot of karma, they don't know what to do with themselves. They're like, let me go apologize to this person because if not, I'm gonna have more karma coming my way. That's why a lot of people come to me and apologize because they're like, Mark must have put some fucking diarrhea spell on me or something. I didn't put nothing on you. God sees and hears what I don't. So if God's dealing with your ass, don't blame me. I ain't doing no witchcraft over here. And I ain't wishing nothing on you either because I know you're going to get karma anyway. Fuck around and find out. That's how life is with me. I ain't doing nothing wrong to nobody, so don't do nothing wrong to me. It's simple. Yeah, I feel like he's going to get better and he's going to help you, He's going to help you more with that. I feel like he just needs to get his finances right. He needs to get his finances right and then he'll be okay. I think that he's going to reorganize his life. From what I see in the cards, Rudy, he's trying to reorganize his life and that's why he's coming correct. So don't be surprised if this is the guy I see like trying to like help more. So that's good that he's doing that. Because a lot of deadbeat dads and fucked up dads in this world, they deserve karma for what they do to their children and their, baby mamas or wives or girlfriends. But that works both ways. Women do it to men, men do it to women. But you know what I mean. All right, I'm gonna go get lunch with my nephews, and he just texted me, so I'm gonna go ahead and go get lunch with my nephews and chill out. I'll be back on later on though. I'm gonna cut my grass first, but I'll be back on this afternoon at some point in time. It's 1 o'clock here. I'll be back in like maybe an hour or two. Yeah, that's cool. Even though you can't get back, at least you can like you said, be a team for the children. For the child at least. You know. So, all right, Rudy. I'm glad you're doing good, and I'm glad things are working out, and I'm glad these things happen because it's meant to happen. But I'll be back later on. All right. Take care and have a good day. Absolutely, I agree. Exactly. Exactly, Rudy. Exactly. You know, it'll all pan out. All right. Take care, you guys. I'll be back later.